Dum dum da dum dum da dum dum da dum dee dee da dum dum. Ah, Anna, come in, come in. Sit down.
Thank you.
Coffee?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, what do you think of the new radio ad? It doesn't matter where you go. Remember the letters ST. It doesn't matter who you are. With ST, everyone's a VIP. With Sunshine Travel, it's a small world.
Well, to be honest, I don't think it's one of our best.
Oh, absolutely. Quite right. Not one of our best. I was beginning to think the same thing myself. There you are.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Anna, let me ask you a hypothetical question.
Go ahead.
Were someone to offer you a different job...
A different job?
Yes, still in the travel business, but not as a courier, what would you say?
Well, that would depend on the job, and since I don't know what the job might be, it's difficult to answer. I wouldn't be able to answer unless I had more information.
Yes, of course. Well, still being hypothetical, should someone offer you a job in the travel business with more responsibility, let's say, what would your hypothetical reaction be? Hypothetically.
Well, hypothetically, of course.
Of course.
I might be interested.
Good. Good, good. That's what I like. A straight answer to a straight question. Excellent.
Sketch. Park. Mix. Canal. Coffee pot. Pour. Sugar bowl. Biro. Beat. Drink. Main line. Seagull. Turn around. Seagull. Feather.
Hypothetical.
Max, what are you doing?
Hypothetical.
Sorry to interrupt, but what are you doing?
Right, just a moment. Hypothetical. Not based on certain knowledge, existing only as an idea. Yes, that is a really great word.
Absolutely, but look,
Of Greek origin, you know.
Yes, I know.
Meaning, not based on certain knowledge, or to put it another way, existing only as an idea.
Yes.
For example, a time machine is a hypothetical machine. You can imagine it, but it's not real.
Max, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I've got a dictionary on disc. I was just checking the meaning of hypothetical.
See what it says for assiduous.
Okay. 2 S's.
Yes.
Assiduous. Assiduous. Hard-working, careful and conscientious in one's work, of Latin origin. Yes, that's quite a good word too, isn't it? I'll try and use it in my new book.
Pygmalion. In a Greek legend, Pygmalion was a king who fell in love with a statue of a beautiful woman, which he had sculpted. He prayed to the goddess Aphrodite, asking for a wife like the statue. Aphrodite brought the statue to life as a woman called Galatea. Pygmalion is also the title of one of the best-known plays by the Irish dramatist George Bernard Shaw, 1856 to 1950. It was first performed in 1914. Shaw's play concerns Henry Higgins, a professor of phonetics, and Eliza Doolittle, a Cockney flower seller. Professor Higgins is sure that he changes Eliza's accent and make people believe that she is a duchess. He bets another phonetic specialist, Colonel Pickering, that he can do this in a few months. He succeeds. The new Eliza is Higgins' creation, just as the living statue Galatea is Pygmalion's creation in the Greek legend. In fact, the experiment's success is as much a result of Eliza's charm and intelligence as of Higgins' knowledge of phonetics. Pygmalion was the first play by Shaw to be filmed. A version was made in 1938, with Leslie Howard and Wendy Hiller playing the principal characters. The musical based on the play was written by Alan J. Lerner and Frederick Lerver, with the title My Fair Lady, 1956. This musical was enormously successful, and was made into an equally successful film in 1964, with Rex Harrison and Audrey Hepburn in the major parts. There's a train every 20 minutes, isn't there?
I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the timetable. Do you mind if I smoke?
No, that's okay. I'll get you an ashtray.
Oh no! I've lost my wallet. It had all my money in it. And my credit cards.
Can you tell me where the American Embassy is?
There isn't an embassy in this town, but there's a consulate.
Waiter, I'd like a clean glass. This one is dirty.
The doctor gave me a prescription for some pills. I must take it to the chemist's this afternoon and get them. Look, what's that?
Is it that?
Yes, that flashing big plate.
UFO. It's UFO. ET are invading. Run away.
Where? Where?
What's there to be surprised at?
E.T. UFO. Hide. Frightened. Poplar. Vole. Chimney.
Now over to Dan Driscoll at Wimbledon.
Thank you, David. Well, here at Wimbledon we have some bad news for you, I'm afraid. The covers are on the centre court, and it's a very sad scene indeed here. About 20 minutes ago, the clouds gathered, the sky darkened, and we heard thunder in the distance. Then down came the rain, and up went the umbrellas. So it seems that we'll have no play here for quite a while.
Well, let's go back now to Wimbledon, where I think Dan Driscoll has some good news.
Yes, welcome back to Wimbledon, where you'll be pleased to hear the weather has improved. A few minutes ago, the sky lightened a little, and a few spectators even began singing the old Beatles song, Here Comes the Sun. Slowly, from behind the clouds, came the first rays of sunlight, and then out came the sun, down went the umbrellas, and off came the covers. It's now a fine afternoon here, and we're looking forward to some fine tennis.
Hello, Max. You're looking very pleased with yourself.
I've just had some very good news.
Really?
Yes. My novel is definitely going to be published.
Oh, that's great! Congratulations!
Thanks.
I can see the reviews already. Not since Dickens has an English novelist created such a fascinating collection of characters.
Rarely have I read a better first novel.
No sooner had I begun reading this book than I was sure I was reading a masterpiece.
Not only is the story an exciting adventure, but it also says important things about life in the modern world.
Little did I realise when this novel arrived on my desk that I was to discover perhaps the best new novelist for 20 years.
Under no circumstances must you miss this superb novel.
We'll see.
So, which title was chosen in the end? A delicious grape or a desperate gorilla?
Neither, fortunately. It's going to have its original title, A Dangerous Game.
Great. You must be very pleased, Max.
Yes. Do you know, it's taken me twice as long to get this novel published as it took me to write it. Had I known about all the problems in advance, I might not have written it at all.
Sure, that's not true. If you'd known about all the problems in advance, you'd have been better prepared.
Yes.
Anyway, it's great news.
Yes. Congratulations again.
Thanks.
See you later.
Right. Should anyone phone, say I'll be available for comments later this afternoon.
Sorry?
If anyone should phone, you know, TV companies, reporters wanting interviews, say I'll be available for comment later this afternoon.
I don't think they'll be calling yet, Max.
Not before the book's published.
No, I suppose not. But you never know.
Tile. Proud. Surprised. Snack. Sweatshirt. Sports anchorman.
Thank you, David.
Guest of honour. Rostrum. Tile.
What was that, Max? Your novel's going to be published.
That's right. A Dangerous Game by Max Taylor.
Oh, it's going to have its original title then.
Yes. I said I wouldn't sign the contract unless it kept its original title.
When's it coming out?
Sorry?
When's it going to be published?
At the end of the year, all being well. You know, as long as there are no more problems.
Well, I'll certainly buy a copy, providing that you autograph it for me, of course.
With pleasure.
So, what's the next Max Taylor creation going to be?
I've already started work on it. It's another novel.
What's it called?
It's called If Only... ...
If only... ...
Yes, you know, the words if only followed by 3 dots. Like, if only things had been different. If only life wasn't so complicated.
Oh, I see. What's it about?
It's quite interesting, actually. It's about a young writer trying to get his first novel published. It's quite interesting, actually. It's about a young writer trying to get his first novel published.
I wonder why you chose that subject.
Well, the main reason I chose it was that I know all about it, because I've had that experience.
I realise that, Max.
Oh, I see. You were being ironic.
Yes.
If you were going to write a novel, what would you write about?
Well, I've never thought about it, but since you ask...
Yeah?
It'd probably have something to do with computers.
Oh.
Seeing that I know a bit about them. Maybe a mystery involving a powerful computer.
Oh, that sounds good.
But as I'm not planning on writing any novels, it's purely hypothetical.
Hypothetical? That's a great word, isn't it?
Is it? Why?
Well, it's got great sound. I really like it. I must try to use it at least once in my new book.
Odd. Squat on the heels. Computer. Climb a ladder. Manuscript. History of literature. Bookcase.
The forms and uses of conjunctions.
I'll photocopy the reports once I've finished typing these letters. I go to the cinema once or twice a month. I'll phone you after I've finished work. I'll phone you after lunch. We've lived here since we got married. We've lived here since 1985. He left on Friday, and we haven't seen him since. Let's have a drink before you leave. Can I speak to you before the meeting? I'm sure we've met before.
The forms and uses of conjunctions.
Whilst I cannot even catch a fly. Supposing that you won 1,000,000. What would you do with it? Day, don't break, for you will take my love away from me. Love me like I love you. If you knew Susie like I know Susie. He had some terrible problems, yet he never despaired. The boss hasn't arrived yet. We had no sooner arrived at the park than it started to rain. No sooner had we arrived at the park than it started to rain. Morley Callahan met the American writer Ernest Hemingway while working as a journalist in Paris.